Hey guys, it's Gav here of Gav's Vape Review. Today we are looking at the CE7 refillable from www.cybercig.co.uk. Guys sent me down one of these to test out for you. And before we get into the nitty gritty, let's check out the close-up and see what this is all about. Here we are, the close-up version of the CE7 Clearomizer from www.cybercig.co.uk. We're going to be having a nice little close-up look at this little baby and just to give you some idea what it is. It looks like a normal Clearomizer, but it does hold a little secret. It basically has a stainless steel core and wick, which some of the more advanced vapors out there tend to use that they build themselves, but this comes like pre-built in a very more commercial model. Obviously we have a, it holds 2.8 ml of e-juice in there, but it has been really well tapered and designed. And again, it's got old standard 510 connection as well. You can't change anything on this, to be honest with you. It is literally just a fill, use, and then once it's done its purpose, buy a new one, basically, is the easiest way to describe it. I think they last between 4 to 6 weeks, so they are designed for good usage, but of course, depending on the e-juice you use, how often you use it, will be a factor in that as well. So, since it's quite a low, there's not much you can do for an absolute beginner. This is actually a really good thing to start with, because all you have to do is unscrew the old drip tip or top cap like so, and then we can now put our e-juice inside. Quick word of warning for you guys, do not lose this little rubber grommet here. You do need that to make a good seal. If you lose it, you're in trouble. You might be able to get replacements. It looks very much like a standard CE5, so you've got some old ones kicking around. I usually used to keep these anyway just as a backup, and they all seem to fit each other. But don't lose it, don't break it, and don't split it. Okay, now filling this one obviously needs filling up. It is quite easy to do. First word of caution is wear gloves if you're not sure. My hands are quite used to e-juice on them, so I don't have a problem. But if you've got a sensitive skin, it might be worth putting a pair of gloves on while you're doing this. Also, I have here one of the filling bottles from Cybercig. These are available usually with the starter kit, and they are available separately as well. But please note, they do not have a child-proof top on these. And while this needle isn't super sharp, it's still a little bit dangerous. So you need to keep this well away from any little kids' hands, because it could be dangerous. So stick these on a top shelf somewhere where they can't get to, or hide them away in a cupboard somewhere where they don't know where to look. But anyway, worth keeping these about, because very handy for filling stuff. Now to fill this, really quite simple. Take the needle. Now see this centre hole here? No, we don't go down there. We go down the side here. So if you rest this gently on the side and gently squeeze, and all you have to do is as you squeeze the bottle, just let the juice run down. Keep a little eye on it. Make sure it doesn't overspill and go down the central hole like that there. That's what can happen. Sometimes it does take a little bit of time for it to ooze its way down. It is a bit of a slow filler, this one. This is one of the not so good things about this one, is it does take a bit of time to fill. As you can see there, I've overfilled it, and a little tiny bit went down the hole. If it does go down, squeeze the bottle upright and just put the nib in and then let go. And you can actually suck up any excess juice that might have got in there as well. So as you can see, this is going to take a little bit of time to fill, but because of the large capacity, it doesn't take that time. Once you sort of get the right sweet spot between the rubber and the actual plastic outside, you're usually pretty good to go. Again, if you have a fill, squeeze, and you can suck up excess juice like that as well. So that's quite a handy thing to do. As you can see, we're slowly filling. If you take your time, it doesn't take too long. But just keep an eye down the middle and make sure that I think they could probably do with making that rubber bit a bit smaller, just so it doesn't ooze down there. But it does slowly seep its way down the side. It can take a little bit of time. There it goes. You'll see it go zoop down. And there we go. So just literally squeeze a bit, wait for a bit, squeeze a bit, wait for a bit, squeeze a bit, wait for a bit. And it will slowly fill up. So hopefully, if you're just careful, just let it run down. It will run down. Like I say, it is a little bit tweaky to do, but a slow, gentle pressure will give you far better results. So there you go. So as you're filling it, just keep an eye down that central tube, make sure nothing goes down there. If you keep your squeezing quite slow, as you can see now, we are filling up. So we're going to fill up just that far. You can fill it more, but for time constraints, we're not going to do that. So that's how you basically fill it. So do watch out, it is a bit of a slow process. Then put the drip tip back on. Now don't over tighten this. If you go too hard, you could split that little washer, which you don't want to do. Just nip it up like so, and we're good to go. And of course, any excess wipe off with our old friend, the paper towel, which you should always keep nearby. Even if I get some on my skin, I like to wipe off quickly. And there we go, so that's filling it. Really simple to do. Like I say, it is a bit of a slow process. I think they could do with making that little rubber grommet here a little bit smaller to allow the juice to run down the side better, or perhaps put like a notch in there would be a good addition. But there we go, so that's the filling and using, and that is really about it. It's such a very easy, nice little device to use. So there we go then, guys. Let's carry on with the rest. And there we go, the close-up view. Very simple to use. This is quite sort of a... I've seen people use stainless steel cores before, but mostly in those rebuildable style atomizers. I think it's the Genesis or something. But this is like pretty much a commercialised version of that and works really, really well. In fact, I'm actually finding the flavours a little bit too intense and the throat hit a little bit too, even on a low milligram. But it's a great device for a low volts as well. You don't have to worry too much about pumping too much voltage through this to get it to good. If you do put too much voltage in it, it really does become almost too powerful for me, but a lovely vape. Nice and clean tasting. Seems to be suited better towards menthols and fruit flavours. Darker flavours are okay, but still very, very nice. It's a very cool vape, I'm going to say, because it's obviously all metal in there. The 2.8 millilitres means you can carry plenty of juice in here and have this running around. On a standard Ego, works like an absolute charm and gives really good flavour and taste. And excellent for beginner, it really does, make it really easy. Just fill it, vape it, and go. And of course, when it's it doesn't work anymore, bin it, buy a new one, and carry on. So not too badly priced either, which is really quite good. So yeah, definitely recommend these ones for beginners, or even for the advanced vape ones, just something simple to carry around, so you can just bung it on when you're ready. But a lovely device, works really, really well. Highly recommended. 2 thumbs up. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Please go and check out www.cybercig.co.uk, and I'll see you all on the next show. Bye for now. Hi, if you enjoyed watching this video, please go and check me out over at www.garethwhitty.co.uk, where you'll find my blog, videos, and all the stuff that I do. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next video. Bye for now.